Too many dreams, books, millionaires, ideas, skills, unfinished accomplishments are in the grave. Take a moment and think, what am I doing between the dash? You have to move right now because tomorrow is not promised. Join the Divine Connections movement in a couple of ways. 1, download the app for free. 2, subscribe to Divine Connections magazine. 3, if you have a book, a product, a service, gospel music, business, health and wellness product, church, or anything creative, join the Divine Connections Movement VIP and make a commitment to join a network that supports others, give you major exposure, customer retention, and customer engagement. To find out more about VIP, text 336-338-8903 or email divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Divine Connection Marketing is a 500 Fortune company that can always connect you to the right connection. Check them out.
Businesses all across the planet are looking to make connections with people. Well, guess what? Divine Connections Magazine is helping businesses not only walk in their purpose and passions, but to get connected to their potential. That's right. You've got to connect to your potential, and you can make it happen now because it is time to know your worth. As you get connected to people all across the planet, Divine Connections Magazine will make it happen. And get featured in the magazine today and get your copy now, because there's no other time than a divine time to get connected to Divine Connections Magazine.
Well, welcome. Great day, everyone. I am Deloris Williams with Divine Connections. I am so excited that you are here. Make sure you like and share this broadcast. We have a lot of great information to share with you. So Divine Connection is a faith-based and inspirational magazine that comes out quarterly in print as well as online. We connect with different businesses, entrepreneurs, gospel artists, praise dance, mimes, vendors, anyone that's doing something great in the community. And then twice a year, I host 2 events where we bring in choirs, praise dance, mimes, vendors, and we network and worship together. So March of 2022, we celebrated women. So March of 2023, we'll be celebrating men. So I'm excited about that. And we just had our October event, which was October 15th, the Bridget event, where we had praise dance groups, mimes, vendors, networking, resources. It was phenomenal. So check out the page. All right. So I am excited about what God is doing. We also do podcast on Wednesdays between the hours of 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. because I want to share with you who people are and what they do, and then allow them to share their contact information, and you can connect with them as well. And then the greatest thing that we have going on right now is the Divine Connections app. It is now out, so you can download the app. You just go into your Play Store and type in Divine Connections Magazine. All right. So I am excited about that. That's going to be an additional platform that we're going to use to help spread the good news. So I look forward to connecting with you. If you want to advertise in the magazine, this is the time to do it. We have 1 more quarter left. So submission is now open for you to advertise your business and your ministry in the ad, and the ad will run 3 months. So make sure you connect with me. You can text 336-338-8903 or email me at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com. I look forward to connecting with you. And so we'll be back. We're going to go to our sponsors right now so you can share some more great information. I'll be right back.
To love is to protect. The ones you love, with whom you laugh every morning, who are there to listen to you and wipe your tears in the most difficult moments, are your companions forever. The reason to live harder every day. Have you thought about how to protect them and protect yourself when one is missing? We know the most important thing is your family's peace of mind, so you and your family can dedicate this time to honor and celebrate the life of your loved one. Over the last 70 years, we have been there. Our funeral assistance plans can protect up to 7 people, regardless of your relationship, in a safe and affordable way. Our services include funeral services in the coverage areas, transfer of the deceased to a local funeral home, cemetery, or crematorium within the United States, transfer of the deceased to the country of origin in the coverage area, airline ticket for the plan holder to attend the service of his or her loved one, protecting your family with a beautiful gesture of love.
Awesome, awesome, wonderful. And so let's get into a hold on. Give me one second, you guys. Okay. So let's get into a little bit how you can stay connected with Divine Connections. Go to our website and join our email list, divineconnectionsmagazine.com. You can also go to our Facebook page at Divine Connections Marketing. We also have Instagram, so follow us there at Divine Connections. And you can subscribe to our YouTube channel at The Divine Connections. Make sure you subscribe and click the notification button so you'll know when we're on, when we have events, and what is coming up next. Also, our magazines for this quarter is here. If you have not gotten your copy, we would love for you to go order yours. It is in print as well as digital. So you can go to divineconnectionsmagazine.com/subscriptions. And there are a lot of connections in our magazine. This is Scent, which is Christians in the Marketplace. They have an event coming on in November. And inside the magazine are so many great connections. So make sure you get your copy. You can be hard copy or digital copy or both. All right. We also have sponsorship. So if you have a 30-second commercial that is already done, upon approval, we can allow you to connect with us and be on this broadcast before or after the show so we can share with people who you are and what you do. So the 3-month agreement, you will have a 30-second commercial and it's only $150. So if you would like to be a sponsor, we would love to have you upon approval. Okay. So if you're interested, send me an email. We also create 30-second and 60-second commercials for your business, for your ministry, for your book, for your gospel group, for your event. If you have your need and you want to have a custom 30-second or 60-second commercial, we would love to serve you. So let's connect and make it happen. I'm also blessed to have my book, which is called The Key Connector, How to Build an Empire Helping People. So I talk about the accomplishments that I've completed with the help of the Lord and having faith in God and having faith in myself. We make it happen. All right. So if you want to know how I do what I do, and I, especially with Divine Connections and just life in general, my information and connections are in here. Okay. Awesome. We also have a journal that is out called Making It Happen. You are a Divine Connections. And not only you can get it online, it is now in Ben Boy's restaurant in Greensboro, North Carolina. My magazine, not my magazine, but my book and my journal, you can find those in there. So if you in Greensboro in the Friendly Shopping Center, go get you some soul food from Ben Boy's and look in the bookstore and grab the journal and the book as well. All right. And we also have a store. So bit.ly/Divine Connections, Divine Connections store. We have our shirts, we have our jackets, we have our hoodies, we have socks and pillows, different creative things with our branding on there because you are a Divine Connection. So make sure you go to that website and click on all products or all items so you can see all of the things that's in the store as well. And I am grateful this year. I've been nominated for a lot of different awards. And so we won the Rhythm of Gospel Award with the print press, right? So thanks for voting, you guys. And then in July, we also won the Magazine of the Year for S&M, Divine Connections Magazine. So I need y'all to do one more favor. Well, thank you first for voting and supporting. And we are now nominated for Media Publication of the Year. And I am excited about that. And that is going to be hold on, let me get it so you can see it. Media publication of the year. That is the Dunamis Gospel Award here in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. All right, so I am in the media publication of the year category. Click on Divine Connections, submit, and do that a couple of times. We only have 8 more days to vote. All right, so go to the website dunamisgospelawards.org. Okay, I look forward to continuing to make it happen and allow God to give me strategic strategies and different tools to make it happen to help spread your good news as well. All right. So I am excited, all right, for our guest that is coming on because he might give some good insight on some marketing too. Let's see what he has going on. All right, let's bring in Mr. Brown. How are you?
Well, it's a great day, Dolores. I'm doing absolutely amazing. I'm awesome. Thanks for having me here. You know, as I was watching you, I want to first say congratulations. I mean,
Thank you.
I would say congratulations to you, but it's really about your team. I mean, I know your
Yes,
team does all the work. I know you get to
Mhm.
be the front and center of it, but congratulations to you and your
Yeah,
team. When you receive an award for work
that's
that's
right.
been done, it's just a deposit for what's
Mhm.
to come in the future. So congratulations to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, I'm excited to have you on because you can help share some information that is very helpful to our businesses and our ministries and the things we do to help us get to the next level. And I know that you're successful and you also had some challenges. So let's get into it. Let's talk about Mr. Brown. Tell us a little bit about yourself and where you're from.
Sure. A little about me. First, let me just say again, hello to all the audience out there. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being here. It's really all about you. You are amazing. You are incredible. And you showed up. So I'm going to continue to show up for every one of these Divine Connections broadcasts. If you get the
Yes.
message, jump on it. If you get the Instagram message, jump on it. If you get the YouTube notification, I'm on there now too.
Yes.
You,
Very
you,
good.
you make sure you always show up. Now, you might be wondering who in the LL Cool J is this guy talking, me, myself. I'm trying to figure it out. Okay. I'm a husband. That's one thing I guess I am. I'm a son. My mom's 75 years old. Dr. Cammy B. Jeffers lives
Yeah.
right down the street. I'm happy to take care of her and be a caregiver, although she's still on her own now. She's still on her own. So
Yeah.
that's kind of cool. I guess you can say I'm a brother because I have brother and a sister,
Mhm.
by the way. I'm a
Yeah.
parent. I have
Mhm.
two children, by the way. That children, these guys are grown, 30 and 31. Lord Jesus, where has time gone? I'm now officially as of 15 days ago. I'm
Oh,
officially now grandpa or papa or whatever you want to call me these
oh my
days. My son had
God.
our first grandson. His name is Lennox Lavelle. Not that anybody
Mhm.
cares but me, but Lennox Lavelle Brown is here. So if he ever sees this long lost video file, shout out to you. You were just this little thing when this was going on.
Oh,
Big thing now. And I guess I'm like every one of you out there. I'm a person that pays my taxes, care for my family, a faith man, and want to do some good in the world. I believe I was
yeah.
here to do something much bigger than myself. So at the end of the day, I'm just like you. Yes, I'm an entrepreneur, so I'm blessed to do that. But I'm also somebody that wants to give, I want to serve, and I want
That's
to
right.
make a difference for others. And I want to get paid. Come on,
Come
somebody.
on.
All right, back over you, Dolores. Back over you. See, I
No,
lost
you're
my
good.
mind. I'm just Shay Brown. Just know I'm Shay Brown, and I get to hang out with you today, and it's a pleasure to be here.
Awesome, awesome. I saw you on a broadcast sharing some information. So I want you to share what it is that you do and how you help the community.
Sure. You know, when there's a number of entrepreneurs that are out there these days, and
Mm-hmm.
one of the biggest challenges of being an entrepreneur, and then you could be an entrepreneur, that means you do it full time. You could be a
Mm-hmm.
dualpreneur, that means you work full time and you're an entrepreneur full time because you really want to be a 9 to 5 millionaire. Come on, somebody. 9 to 5 millionaires. That sound okay for some of y'all? Some of y'all want to get rid of that job, right? And
Right.
so, what we do in the market is the biggest challenge they have is how do I get in front of qualified prospects who
Mm-hmm.
use my products or services? And that's a big problem. Or if I am able to get in front of them or get them into my system, how do I convert them? So first, how do I connect with people who have a problem that I can help?
Yeah.
Secondly, how can I close them, which means they buy something. And if they don't, how do I have them in part of, and for those that fall
That's right.
along, how do I have them do a nurture sequence, right? Where
Mm-hmm.
I'm able to stay connected with them. They learn
That's
more
right.
about me. And when the time is right, they're there. So a number of companies outsource their sales
That's right.
department to us so we can make small companies big companies. Let me tell you what I mean by that.
Love
So
it.
there I was. I was back in May 31st, 2004. And I walked to my manager's office because this is the only second company I've ever worked for. I've only worked for 2 companies my whole career. I worked for Citibank after undergraduate. I went to Morgan State University. Shout out to the HBCUs. Thanks a lot, Dion, my man, making us famous again. And I didn't do sales. And I worked for Verizon. Then after that, I went on to Johns Hopkins. I finished my MBA. And I went on then to work for, which later became MCI and WorldCom and Verizon for the next 13 years. Back to the story. I'm in there, the chair, talking to my manager. But I think I was a young whippersnapper, by the way. And so I was the director. And he said, Shay, we have some news. Of course. We're laying off some people again. I got this. What do I need to say? Who is it? I'll have the conversation. I'm good. It's you. I'm sorry to tell you, I've got to let you go. Me? Not me. Your company can't run without me. I've been here 12 years, got good reviews. Bottom line is I was laid off. And if you ever been laid off, you know it's tough. If you ever had a loved one that had been laid off or lose their job, it's tough. So that night I took my little box. I hope I can say this. I took my little box, went down to Kinko's, driving home, went down to Kinko's, and I had some business cards made up. And I thought about my homies who had their own company. I thought about other friends that had theirs. I had a severance. You work anywhere almost 13 years. You get a little severance. Back then they gave you a little severance. Hello. And so I decided I was going to start my company. So I hung my shingle out the door. I had some business cards printed up. And I just called myself Coach Shay. And I got started. And maybe some of you like that. You're like me. You didn't have a business plan. There was no fancy stay up all night. It wasn't like the internet, what you're doing right now. I got started. Okay. And maybe that's how some of you got started. And then after being in business 90 days, I was tired. I was frustrated. In short, I was out of money. And hence I learned the golden rule in business. You can put this in your notes if you're taking notes. Please put this in your notes. The golden rule in business is to never run out of money. Right. And I was out of money. And I wish I could tell you the story ended there because you're saying, what do I do? And I'm going to get to you why people outsource the sales department to us. But I want to give you the backstory so you kind of understand the person you're seeing here today is not the person that's always been in this chair. Let me just say that. Okay. And so running out of money was tough. But if you ever lost a loved one or someone in your life more than once, well, this time my second wife, I did say second wife. Did I say second wife? Yeah, second wife decides to leave me. I did say second wife. And she decides to leave out. Now, a lot of reasons, I'm sure. How many even know that when there's money pressure, it can be tough? How many know when you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, it can be tough? And how you know when it probably wasn't a marriage that should have been together, it's even tougher. Well, she leaves. That's not, don't feel bad for me. I'm on my 3rd marriage now. I'm very, very happy. Been with the woman now 14 years, the love of my life. I'm okay. Don't worry about me. Every day is a honeymoon. Okay, but I don't want y'all to say, oh my gosh, I feel so bad for you. This is not that type of story. Okay.
Right.
A little while, but I'm happy now.
Awesome.
But anyway, back to our regular scheduled program here at Divine Connections, because the question was, how did you get to doing what you're doing? And was it always that way? No. So she leaves. Okay, that's bad. Then my 2 sons decide to move in with me. That's not how the story's supposed to happen. Your kids don't move with you. They normally go with mom and you pay child support and you do what you're supposed to do. And so now I'm an entrepreneur. Okay, second wife's gone, so I'm a failure as a father. I'm a failure as a husband. Certainly a failure as a father because they're living with me and I'm burning through my 401k. Never recommend you do that, but I was betting on me and I was losing. I found myself in bankruptcy, betting on me, and I was losing, by the way. And I thought they would hire me just because, I had my MBA, I worked in corporate America, I knew all this stuff. Nobody cared. Here's the point I want to make to you. I'm upstairs working, and my sons can run upstairs. Dad, someone's still in the car. What? I run down the steps, I look out the window, and there's my Lexus truck. It's being hosted up. I look over at my sons, I look over at the guy taking my truck, and I give him the brother nod. I look over at my sons, and I say, sons, don't worry. The car is just going to the garage. I lied. And it was in that moment, and this is the point I want you to hear me, because maybe you've been here before. I had the never again moment. Now, maybe you had that never again moment. Like in my case, never again would I find myself in a situation where I had to lie to my sons. Right? Never again when I find myself in a situation where the water was cut off and we were taking showers at the gym. Don't judge me. Please don't judge me. But I knew my phone was working because I had to stay in business, but my water was cut off. Never again when my car be repossessed. Never again when I borrow money from a family and not be able to pay it back.
Yeah.
And here's what I learned. Here's the point of the story. And this is why I do what I do today with every fiber in my body. I learned in that moment that one thing, 3 words were very important to change the trajectory of my life. Now I can tell you I borrowed $5,000 from my family member. Again, another get rich scheme. Went out to California, which I did. Another scheme he thought was somebody to teach me how to make money in business. But I bet on myself. And he said, Shay, why don't you focus on sales? So in that moment, back to the story of me feeling bad, playing that in my mind, I said these words: selling is power. Put that down in your notes. Selling is power. Think about your never again moment. Whatever your never again moment was, selling is power. I told myself. We said, Shay, what is selling the power to do? Well, for me, selling was the power to pay my bills. Okay. Selling was the power that I was able to put both my kids through HBCUs. St. Augustine, shout out to you. Fam, shout out to you. Well, I can't say shout out to you because my son, after a while, decided he didn't want to be there. It took him 3 years to figure that out. But shout out to fam. I love fam, by the way. Sales was the power for me to be able to get out of debt. Sales was the power for me to be able to take care of my family and write a check for healthcare insurance and so many other things. So selling was power. And a number of entrepreneurs were where I was. They were struggling for 2 things. One, they either didn't like to sell because sales was a dirty, sticky, icky word. And when they thought of sales, they thought of a used car. Come back to you. They thought of a used car salesman. And so I said, well, what if they're like me? They don't want to be salesy and wear yellow pants with a red hat and a green shirt and try to convince you to do something you don't want to do. What if I take what I learned through my mama? My mom is a bishop in the Pentecostal church. I was brought up, yes, I'm a preacher's child. Again, don't judge me. Everything I learned in the Pentecostal church. Okay, come on, somebody. And in that church, we only had 38 members in the whole freaking church. There wasn't no mega church like some of y'all in today. Back then, it was only 38 of us. 25 were kids. I was one of the kids in the church. Okay, one of the kids in the church. But one of the things that I learned from my mama is that you can serve. You can serve. You can do good. And in doing so, it doesn't mean you're entitled to anything. But somewhere I read, you cast your bread out and it comes back. I know. Don't judge me. But my mama told me, and I said, you know what? Selling is service. Selling is service. We can serve at the highest level. Everyone jot that down in your notes. Selling is service. So why do I do what I'm doing? Because I'm serving. Selling is service. Selling is service. Selling is service. Selling is the doorway by which I can serve others. So if you're an entrepreneur, you're not selling, then you can't serve. And you can sell being authentic. You can sell being transparent. You can sell being yourself. And if it makes sense, you can have more money in the world. I'm coming to you right now, which means you have more meaning. You can have more income in the world, which means you have more impact. You can make $1 and a difference at the same time. And if you're still saying, Shay, money's not everything, I would say that you, my good friend, may not have given enough money away. Pay my mortgage, money is everything. You say, Shay, money can't buy happiness. I'll be very happy. If not, as Les Brown says, it will drive you to Happy Street, put you in front of Happy House, and you can Happy Brown will be right there with you, okay? So we can do so much for you in the world and for other people. Anyway, that's a long-winded answer to say that I'm dedicated my life to changing the sales industry from this dark, icky, sticky, bowels of the earth place that you go to only if you can't do it to anything else, to selling is the highest level of service you can do. There's a person who walked this earth and he's only here for a short period of time, but if he didn't evangelize the message,
that's right,
idea and the belief of what's possible, then we might not be on this conversation we're having right now. And that's why. So I'm coming back over to you, Deloris. Sorry I went on a rant there, but I wanted folks to know that you serve. Now, if you're like, Shay, wait a minute, I'm not even an entrepreneur. Why should I pay attention to Deloris' message today? Why should I tune into Divine Connections? Why? Well, think about this for a moment. Even if you don't think you're in sales. Preachers, and again, I grew up in the Pentecostal church. Everything I learned in the Pentecostal church. Preachers sell faith every single week. Just teachers, for all my teachers out there, teachers sell education every single day. Parents, and I'm a parent, we're selling values every day. Brush your teeth, save your money, say hello to other people. And so you, the biggest sale you make every day is to yourself. You're always selling yourself on what's possible in the actions you're going to take. So selling is not bad. Selling the service, selling the service, selling the service. Back over to you, Deloris. That's what we do.
I love the story. I love the power. I love the service because that's what we're here to do is to serve. And once you find that niche of where and how you want to serve, it'll blossom for
Yeah.
sure. All right,
I
so
agree
let's
with you
tap
100%.
into what'd you say?
No, I agree with you 100%. And sometimes you don't know that's the case. Quick story. I was at Godwin Middle School. I was in the 6th grade, by the way. And I was trying out for the basketball team because I'd worked out all summer, ready to make the basketball team. I was the man. At least I thought I was on my own little playground. I tried out for the team. And back then in the day, you would have to go to a board. Now, some of y'all know about this. I know y'all are a lot younger, but they would post all people that made the team on this board. And you go look for your name. And if your name went there, that means you were cut. Well, I got cut the first time. I was upset, depressed. I remember thinking, how could I not make the team? I mean, I did everything perfectly right. Correct. And I thought, well, maybe they were discriminating. I was shorter than everybody else on the team. Well, I'll take that maybe. But that wasn't the case. I talked to Coach Fred Miller, who I remember his name today. If he's watching, I always say, you're watching, just know you made this who I am right now. One of the reasons why. And he said, you just weren't good enough to make the team. Here's the point I want to make. I go home to Pops. He's no longer with us. My dad passed away May 4th, 2017. And I said, Dad, I got cut. I was still devastated. I don't understand why. He just said I wasn't good enough, but I did my best. So my dad said, you did. You're smart. Why don't you go ask if you can be a statistician? Statistician. I didn't know what the heck statistician was, but it sounded important. I said, okay, coach, can I be a statistician? He says, absolutely. Come in to practice. Here's what you got to do. Well, I found out second day in practice that I was a glorified water boy. Okay, a water boy. I know. It's not a good position to have. Okay, I didn't know that then. But what I learned, here's why I tell you the story, and you're going somewhere with this. And for all the entrepreneurs that's out there, here's what I learned. You can serve. You cannot be in the game. You cannot be the star. You cannot be the one that everyone sees and still have a very important role. I sat at that desk and I took notes on folks who got fouls, what happened, ran and grabbed the water and passed it out. But in practice, hear me right now, because I haven't heard one place yet in my 54 years on the planet, anyone that's been successful got there without doing one thing, work. Okay. I learned to work on the other side when no one was watching. It's the quiet work that's done. It was me watching the film when no one gave a hootie tootie. And what I learned is I can have just as much impact on the other side of the ball as I could in the game. And some of the guys treated me so well. And I was like, wow, I thought I was a star. Yeah, of course, some folks call me water boy, scrub and all that. But it was the guys that I was like, man, if I ever get to be one of those, if I ever get to be a star, I just want to let people know I always appreciate them. So that's why you always see on the bottom of my page, stay humble, stay hungry. If you stay humble, you'll be blessed. But if you stay hungry, you continue to want to get better. So I always want to be the water boy. That's my thing in business as an entrepreneur. I'm always a rookie, trying to make the team, doing my best, serving at the highest level possible, no matter what it is. And you, on the other hand, take a look at where you are. Don't compare yourself to other entrepreneurs.
That's right.
Don't compare yourself to other people on social media. Don't try to be Deloris. Don't try to be other folks. Be the best version of you that you could be with the gifts that you have. Start where you are, and you'll continue to get better. I promise you, the money will come. Here's one of my favorite sayings. I'm turning to you because I'm on a rant again, but I want to share this with you. So write this down in your notes. It's a Shayism, but it's so true. Don't chase the money. Add value, and the money will chase you. Let me say that again. Don't chase the money. Add value, and the money will chase you. Adding value is in service, so you continue to serve. Now, if you say, Shay, I want to have a nonprofit. Nonprofit don't mean no profit, okay? Nonprofits make more money than folks who are LLCs. I just want to make that point. It's still serving, but they're being paid donations and other ways to serve other folks. You serve however God, I kind of use with God here. You serve however whatever gift you've been given to serve. All right, Deloris, back over to you.
I love it. You are dropping nuggets, sir. So let's get into the service that you provide.
Sure. So what companies do, and one of our 12 rules for life, let me frame the conversation. One of our 12 rules for life is that systems beat goals every single time. Systems beat goals every single time. Put that in your notes. Systems beat goals every single time. Why? Because systems are duplicatable, systems are repeatable, and systems is something that you can give to other folks. So what I discovered in this quest that I have to change the sales industry, to help entrepreneurs generate the revenue, that's what we do. Generate the revenue, that's what we do, that's necessary to execute the vision they have for the people they were called to serve. Then I understood that we had to provide either a sales team or the sales system or the sales infrastructure to bring in the revenue. Think about it like this. You right now, I believe you have 3 visions right now, even as we're going through here. I believe first you have a vision for yourself, right? There's a certain way that you want to live. I like taking vacations, okay? There's a certain way that it costs money to do that, just let you know that. You might want to have a personal trainer. It costs money to do that, by the way. You might want to live in a neighborhood of your choice or send your kids to a school of your choice. That vision takes money. Now, I'm not saying money is everything, but all roads in business lead to a professional sales conversation. Okay. And that's very, very important. You have a second vision, I believe, that you have a vision for your loved ones, the ones that you care the most about. I've got Mother there. I'm blessed that we have a chef go to Mother's house and cook every single week at her house and prep for the whole week, clean up and do other things. And we renovate our house, done some other cool things. It's not about what I'm doing. It's not about me, but I know that you have a vision for the people you love the most. Maybe you want to write a check to your schools, to your kids' school and say, don't worry about fundraising this year. It's on me. Maybe you want to write a check to the church and say, don't worry about it. Building fund, what's the amount we're trying to get? 100 grand on me this year. Focus on something else. You have a vision for other people that you love and care about. And it takes, well, I hate to keep saying money, but I'll say this. Sales, just in your notes, I'll say this. Sales is the oxygen to any great business in history. No oxygen, well, I don't need to tell you what happens, right? And then the third vision you have is you have this big vision for the people you were called to serve. And I want you to imagine for a moment that you was Noah. And we're talking about the Bible, and this is divine connections. And imagine that Noah had this vision. And he was given everything that he needed from God. Like you might have been given right now, given the expertise, given the mindset, given the beliefs. And Noah goes out there, and Noah decides that, you know what? I don't have any resources. There's no wood. I'm not going to do any work. There's nobody to put the nails together. There's no team. There's no nothing. There's just me. And I'm going to do this whole thing by myself, which he did not do by himself, just to be clear. So you have a vision and you got this talent, and all the people need to be helped, but you can't build the ark because you need some money. You need some resources you need the revenue to purchase the resource. So what we do is they outsource their sales team to us, and we either do all the sales for a number of folks, so they don't worry about that. They don't want to be the number one salesperson anyway, right? Or they still sell, and they have a team selling for them. Here's what I want you to know. If you don't like to sell, if you don't want to sell, the best thing you can do is hire someone who does. Yeah, that's time for another time. So that's number one. The second thing we do is a number of folks just want the infrastructure. They're like, Shay, I just need a sales system. I need the sales techniques and the sales tools. We do that. And then the last one is we build sales funnels. And in English, that just means the digital platform runs and you get some Shay not there revenue. Come on. Some Deloris not there revenue. And that's revenue coming in and you're never there. You get paid more for what you know than you can do. Isn't that just a wonderful thing? And so at the end of the day, that's what we do. Entrepreneurs outsource their sales team to us, their sales department to us, and we become their chief sales officer. And they got the resources they need so they can focus on creativity. They can focus on building the business. They can focus on building collaborations with other folks. They can do other things knowing they have the revenue necessary to push their mission forward.
Awesome. Awesome. I love that. I love that. So if somebody wanted to connect with you, how do they stay connected or connect?
So if you're out there right now, you're thinking, you know what, Shay, this is the conversation I need to be in. And I just want to know more. And my biggest question is, how does this get customized for me? I don't need something for everybody. I'm married now, but if I went home and told my wife, I love everybody, there'd be a problem, right? There'd be a huge problem. So you might be thinking that too. Shay, can you customize this for me and where I'm at? Because I'm just getting started and I'm not too clear. Or Shay, I'm a seasoned vet. I'm the number one salesperson. My business is rocking, but you have the potential inside of you right now and your team to perform at a much higher level than whatever level you're performing at right now. And superstars, the best of the best, they all hold one common belief. I'm coming to you. You know what that belief is? They can always get better. And so one of my 12 rules for life, I gave you one earlier, is collaboration crushes competition. So collaboration crushes competition. So I want to collaborate with you. You can go over to www.easysaleshub.com. Now, if you got a hold of this long lost audio or video file, or you're on YouTube or your podcast or wherever you are right now, you can still go over to www.easysaleshub.com easysaleshub.com, easysaleshub.com. Follow the instructions. Set up a one-on-one. Okay. Just when you go through the process, just put down Deloris, Divine Connection. We get together and we'll have a conversation. I'll learn more about you. You'll learn more about me. Maybe I recommend you some folks. Maybe you recommend some folks. We'll start the collaboration because we know one thing: success is a team sport.
Yes.
You can only get so far by yourself. Collaboration crushes competition. One of my 12 rules for life.
Love it, love it, love it. And so we're going to end with words of encouragement.
Sure. So there I was running the Marine Corps marathon. I was super excited. I'd never run a marathon in my life. I was only running a marathon as a young man because Oprah Winfrey had run a marathon. So I told myself, if Oprah Winfrey can run a marathon, I know I can run a marathon. So I get out there. There's 20,000 folks. We're in Washington, D.C. It's 26.2 miles. And I'm out there running, having a great time. And then I hit mile 17. Bam! I hit something called the wall. Now, if you know anything about the wall and marathon running, the wall is when you hit something, you can go no further. Your body stops. And mile 17 is about that time. I hadn't trained. Mile 17 is about that time. Wasn't taking any liquids or juices. Okay, I know. Bad idea. And then stop. And maybe you've hit the wall in your own life before. Maybe there's been a divorce. Maybe there's been a layoff. Maybe you found yourself in a situation where there's been a health challenge for you or someone in your family. You hit a wall. You didn't know what to do. Like I didn't know what to do. I'm sitting down. I'm sitting down and I'm looking at other folks. And maybe you sat on the sidelines as an entrepreneur and looked at other folks. Or maybe in your life you looked at other folks and said, "Man, someone runs by. I'm like, that person's old as they are. I know I can outrun them." Someone else runs by. They're a lot younger. Someone else runs by. You're like, "Wait a minute. I should be in better shape than them." Like, I can't believe they're still going. Right? Have you ever did that? Like looked at other people and tried to compare yourself? I wish I could tell you I got back in a race. I got excited, hit the Holy Ghost, and just went off running. That's not what happened. I put on my headset, was a Walkman back then, Walkman with batteries. I started listening to Chuck Brown. That's a go-go thing. I know it's a Christian station, but go-go's what we do in Washington, D.C. And I put one foot in front of the other, and I finished the race. Right.
Yeah.
And I did finish in 5 hours and 48 minutes. And I know I should be congratulated. And none of folks want to run marathons. I run 5 now, by the way, but I wasn't happy. And maybe you find yourself in a place in your life you're not happy. Here's my closing thoughts. And you're not happy. Well, I decided to do something about it the next time. This time I joined a group. And when I joined a running group, the first day there, they train and they help you. And in training and help me, they said, has anyone ever had a problem, my 10-minute group that I was a part of, in a marathon? I said, yes, mile 17, I can't go by there. Mentally, it's been bothering me the whole freaking year. They said, when we train, Shay, when we get to mile 17, everyone, we always say this together, I'm trained, I'm strong, and I'm ready. I looked around, they didn't look like me. I said, no, we don't do that stuff, Shay. We're just Washington, D.C. That's not what we do. No. We get to mile 17, Shay. Even after the training, I want you to say, I'm trained, because you'll be trained. You're strong, because you're going to be strong, and you're ready. Here's the point I want to make. You pay attention right now. I'm closing up. We ran the race. Forget the training. I'm in the race. We hit mile 17. My team looks over at me and starts saying, I'm trained. I'm strong. I'm ready. I look at them like, this is crazy. I'm not doing that. I'm trained. I'm strong. I'm ready. And then Sarah comes and taps me on things. And then you have been encouraged by someone. And you're like, okay, let me be part of this. And I started telling myself, I'm trained. I'm strong. And I'm ready. And one foot became the next foot. And I kept the 10-minute pace. And I was able to run. And as people were cheering all on the sideline, I never saw them. All I heard was, I'm trained, I'm strong, and I'm ready. You can put that down in the comment notes right now. I'm trained. You're trained. You show up for Divine Connections. You show up for Divine Connections magazine. You download the app. Make sure you get the app. There's this app called Divine Connections. You get that app. You will be trained. So you can tell yourself, I'm trained. And then you tell yourself, I'm strong. You're strong because you keep tuning in. Every time she has one of these, you get a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better. You get renewed, you get replenished, and then you tell yourself, I'm ready. I'm trained, I'm strong, I'm ready. I'm trained, I'm strong, I'm ready. I'm trained, I'm strong, and I'm ready. And I know for you, without a shadow of a doubt, my name is Shay Brown, but I know for you, your best is still yet to come because you're trained, you're strong, you're ready, and you got the one on your team that has always won, has not lost yet.
Yes.
You open your eyes. You got a champion on your side. With that being said, my name, by the way, for those folks that care, again, is Shay Brown, the happy entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone. I promise you from the bottom of my heart, we'll make some good things how we connect again next time. Deloris, it's been an honor and a privilege, a treat, and a treasure. You're amazing. You're incredible. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing every one of these episodes because it makes a difference. I can't wait to be back again and continue to watch your success.
Sure. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Brown. Thank you so much for that information. I am Deloris Williams with Divine Connection. Make sure you stay connected to the number one divine connector, which is Jesus Christ, and we'll make it happen. All right. Hold tight, Mr. Brown, and we're going to go to our sponsors. We'll be right back.
Sure.
Hey, we've got exciting news from Divine Connections Marketing Services. Now you can create your own custom video commercial for your business or organization. It's time for you to win. Your product or service is someone's solution, so get the attention of your potential customers now. Choose from a 30 or 60-second commercial today. Just email us at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com and we can get started. Connect today and let's get started making your custom video commercial now. Divine Connections Magazine. Get major exposure for your business. Is someone looking for your service? Do you need networking? Are you a gospel artist or a ministry? Do you have a major event that you want to promote? Divine Connections Magazine has the solution for you. We can distribute to residents, businesses, churches, and online. Don't miss this opportunity to expand your marketing locally and around the world. Find out more about us at divineconnectionsmagazine.com. Get your spot in the next issue of Divine Connections Magazine by emailing us for details at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Make sure to like us on Facebook at Divine Connections Marketing. Follow us on Instagram at Divine Connections.
Let's get it started now.